Most people think wisdom comes from the mind, but it doesn't. Many people sometimes are asking me, Nick, how do you get to know all of these things, right? All these video ideas and all these things that you're claiming. Well, it's very simple. I personally don't know any of this. I know that I know nothing. Let me explain. A wise man once said he knows nothing. And once you understand that you don't know anything, literally, you're constantly learning new stuff, right? And a lot of times you get personal life experiences that actually humble you so much, right? You're like, oh my God, I thought I knew so much. But then, no, you have to start from ground zero. So you don't personally know any of this wisdom naturally. Yes, sure, sometimes in life you may learn certain things, through your own personal experience, right? And with maybe some things that you may have read in books or that you may have, seen in your own life or whatever, and then you kind of connect the two and then you kind of, you apply that into your own life. But it's mostly from life experience mixed with it, right? That's wisdom. But there's also a different type of wisdom, a wisdom that seems to be like, that comes innately in you, right? Like when you look, for example, okay, at like certain young children that just seems to have so much wisdom at such a young age. And you look at their circumstances and like, oh my God, like they haven't possibly have learned any of this anywhere. It's because wisdom, a lot of it actually is not learned. It doesn't come from the mind orderly, a lot of it, okay? It's actually something that you tap into. It's a frequency that you tap into the infinity of the universe. It all depends on how tapped in you are with the universe. And once you're tapped in, literally, ideas, genius ideas, all sorts of different creative things just comes to your mind naturally, effortlessly, because you're tapping into that frequency. Our brains, our minds, our consciousness is literally an antenna that actually just tunes into different frequencies. And depending on how you feel, the emotions, a lot of different factors, right? It will dictate what type of frequency that you actually vibrate on. But once you tap in with the divine within yourself, right? Once you tap in with the universe, things people call also them downloads, right? Like a certain surge of ideas, of creativity, suddenly just comes to you, right? So a lot of people may think that it actually comes from the mind, but it comes from a signal. You just tap in and you receive everything. So how do you do this, right? How do you tap in? Well, you have to connect with your own spirituality, whatever that looks like, okay? So, but a lot of times if you silence your mind through meditation, some people it works with prayers, some people works with, natural medicines, right? There's all sorts of different ways to actually do it, right? Some people listen through chants, but by balancing your mind through different measures, you actually tap into this creative flow that is in infinite abundance all around you at all times. You are a lot more genius than you think, okay? All the information is all around you. It just is a matter of you tapping into it. Have a beautiful day. I love you.